All right, guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. We have Rosé's information in the game. They just dropped the February producers letter, and wow, this is probably one of the biggest announcements of all time. We'll go ahead and watch the animations for the characters, or the character Rosé, and then we can discuss the kit and all of that stuff. So let me just go ahead and start it.
You shall now feel the full brunt of a god's anger. I hope you're ready.
Hey guys, did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice that? Yeah, let me rewind a little bit because you guys notice that? You guys notice when the summon period is? Did you guys see that when you guys were watching it the first time? Yeah, the banners drop tomorrow. The banner drops tomorrow, by the way. The summon period is 220. That's insane. I'm so excited. We're gonna obviously be doing a massive showcase on that, or not showcase. We're gonna be doing massive stuff on that. I did not notice it the first time I was looking at it. So yeah, so the banner and all of that is going to drop tomorrow night. We're probably gonna have the data download and all of that stuff tonight. So it is a Rosé that has the active skill and then does a domain that has the clones and all of that, or he's able to transform and then have it where it's the clones. And honestly, it looks pretty insane, right? The one thing I will say is that we can go ahead and look at the kits of the character. So he has all of these categories, basically all the extreme categories that you would expect. And then if we go over to the leader skill, it's super bosses and corroded body and mind, keep us 3 and 170% attack and defense. Then it's an additional 30% to Realm of Gods or Exploding Rage. I think this leader skill is fine. I'm very happy that we're getting the super bosses early. It's crazy. JP players were hating in the live saying global L. I don't know why. He seems busted. Yeah, the leader skill is kind of bad if we're looking at it like as a whole, because I think that having it like super bosses and Realm of Gods, you're gonna have like, it's literally just like Zamasu and Rosé. But I would have to see like how like all of they always have it where somebody comes out and it's like yeah, Broly should be honest with 200% because it's the Exploding Rage too. Yeah, but yeah, it'll say by Universe 2 supporter, and then I was gonna say that well, I'll have to see because they always have like the list that people make, but the category looks fine. We already have like 4 options that we know are pretty decent. Raising attack and defense for 1 turn is it's okay, and not in this day and age I'd probably want it to be a little bit better, but when it's coupled with this, I think it's fine. So he gets 2 ki and 100 or 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he guards for 1 turn upon the character's entry turn. He reduces damage received by an additional 6% per super boss's category ally in the team up to 30%. And then he gets an additional 30% damage reduction before attacking, so he'll have guard and 60% damage reduction before attacking on his first turn, and then just 60% damage reduction before attacking on every turn afterwards. He gets an additional attack per Rainbow Key Sphere obtained, and then launches an additional super attack that has a high chance to become launches an additional super attack or attack has a high chance to become a super attack. Excuse me. That's just guaranteed. And then every time that he launches 5 attacks in battle, he'll also launch an additional super attack. Because it does not specify that it can only happen once per turn, it means that you could technically have 2 times that this character is having that proc. So it's just going to be multiple super attacks over and over and over again. Then he has an additional 30% attack and defense within the same turn with each super attack performed. So I was saying it earlier, he's basically just Intama Junior 2, where the more super attacks he performs, the better he's going to look. If he's going to be able to get a lot of these super attacks off, I think he could probably be like maybe just number 1. He gets a super bosses category allies 2 key within the same turn after receiving an attack. So similar to how we've seen to the superhero units, he is just giving, you know, the allies 2 key after getting hit, which it's nice. It's nice to have. Then he has a great chance of nullifying key blast super attack starts at the character. I think he's definitely worth summoning for. He's very, very insane. Something that they didn't show though was the did they show the side banner unit? Is this even gonna have a side banner unit? Because they have the banner up over here. Yeah, they didn't show. Yeah, because that's kind of weird. They didn't show the side banner unit. Let me go back to the kit of the character though. So after he transforms, oh yeah, I should probably talk about the transformation condition. So this is his domain. He'll get super bosses category allies and enemies 10% attack and defense, plus an additional 10% if they are also extreme class. And then, but I was gonna say, if the side banner unit is decent, or if it's like a Zamasu card, I think it definitely could be helping the team a lot. I think we just need to see like how the category and all that is gonna look, because Broly being on this team could maybe hurt, or having to run Broly on this team because it links and all that. But Zamasu and Rose and Fusion Zamasu cards are all gonna obviously link up pretty well together. But the active skill can be activated when it is basically turn 4 or from turn 6 if you're not running a super bosses. Did they show the banner unit on the front cover of the image? Let me see. I can check that real quick. No, it's just this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another hype part. Is that they're bringing back the Super Saiyan Blues, Tech, Zamasu, Vegeta, and Trunks. They're all gonna be on this banner. It's gonna be insane. I would definitely say that this is probably a must summon. Honestly. Well, let me take that back. I would say to watch out, because this is a very baity banner, but it is definitely worth considering to summon. I would definitely not say though that this unit is like as good as Gogeta and Broly though, and that's just because TUR, right? It's not an LR. Yeah, it's a must summon if they have discounts for sure. Let me go back to the conditions though, we already saw the conditions. We'll go ahead and talk about the passive skill. So the passive skill is 2 key and 222% attack and defense. Then he's guaranteed effective against all types. He reduces damage received by 66% before attacking, guaranteed, so it doesn't need have a super boss's restriction anymore. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. So it does mean that you don't really have to run a purely super boss's team though, because once he transforms, and it's very easy to transform because it's just turn 4 if you're, I guess, running a super boss's rotation. But once you transform, the restriction will just go away. All right. He launches an additional attack that has a rare chance, meaning a 10% chance though, of becoming a super attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. It's still technically a buff from the pre-transformation because it doesn't have any chance at all to become a super attack. I would have probably wanted like at least a medium chance, like a 30%, but I'll take it. Then he just launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack. And then he launches an additional super attack every time. Again, it's 5 attacks in battle, but there's no restriction. So you could technically proc it twice if it just builds up fast enough. Then he also gets an additional 33% attack and defense within the same turn with each attack performed. Something I'm kind of confused. Well, not confused. I'm a little, I guess I'll say confused about is they removed the nullification. He doesn't nullify anymore once he transforms. It is what it is. I would easily take the 66% damage reduction beforehand though, but it does mean that this character is probably going to age out a little bit faster just because of damage reduction and guard and dodge and all of that stuff. After super attack is king, right? It's very hard to be a character that is living just based on pure defense. Now, depending on what his defense numbers is going to be, we don't know what his stats are yet. But based on what his defense is going to be, he could be insane. Again, though, he is having so many multiplicative stuff that, because he's going to have the right here. He's going to have the defense raising for 1 turn, the attack raising. So he's going to be easily a nuker. He's going to have the attack and defense raising here. All of that stuff is going to be attack, or all going to be multiplicative for sure. Yeah, that's the main issue right now with domains, is that there's just so much of them now that, like, characters get so much worse technically if you don't have them. There's so many, like, buffs that some people get from the domains that you have to have it, like, go a little bit your way. And then, does he talk about anything else? I guess we could just go ahead and talk about the banners too. So this is obviously one of the things that have it where they are returning Vegeta and Trunks. They're returning AGL Blue Boys. They're returning Tech Fusion Zamasu. So this is an insane banner. And then they go over to just the tickets, and they show that In Future Gohan is also coming back as well. So again, all 5 of these guys are easily super usable. And not only that, but we don't know who the other 2 units are going to be too. Who knows if they're also going to be Future Saga related. I wouldn't be surprised if they are. I just don't know who they would be. We also, again, don't know who the side banner unit is, or if there even is going to be a side banner unit. It really just depends on what they want to do, right? If it does have like a decent side banner unit, it could be really insane. But I would definitely wait. Yeah, I would wait. I don't want to call this like a super must summon, but if they have discounts, I would say definitely do the discounts. Do obviously the super Dokkan tickets and all of that. But I would wait to see Rose in game first before even like being tempted to summon. Because we really don't know. We don't know what Rose is gonna do. But I'm definitely gonna summon. I've been waiting for something like this. Yeah, especially when we have units like Beast coming out. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Beast clears the sky easily, you know. And that's just the issue with TRs versus LRs, is that obviously the LRs are gonna have such an advantage, right? But if you're like a big Rose fan, I think that this is easily a huge W. And then also, I think that, like I said, a lot of these characters returning as well. It could mean that this is already just like a really good banner, especially for newer players as well. If you just run this all on a Future Saga team, this is an insane thing. If you could run this exact setup in Dokkan right now, like Rose, Tech Fusion Zamasu, Vegeta, Trunks, AGL, Blue Boys, and then In Future Gohan, I would showcase that right now just to show that you could be a new player, summon on this banner, and have like one of the better teams in the game, right? Like it's very, very stacked for sure. But unfortunately, like I said, it's just not. It's nowhere near in the competition of Beast Gohan, unfortunately. So I would definitely say that you should probably save. Oh yeah, and then Kefla, the Kefla EZA looks decent. I'm just a little bit worried. She doesn't really turn too insane until after she turns Super Saiyan 2, and even then it could be a little iffy. She greatly raises attack and then has defense raised for 1 turn. She'll have the 1 key 200% defense, getting more attack and defense when performing a super attack. Then she gets the chance of evasion with 3 or more key spheres, and then just performs an additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres, kind of like how she was before. The I think it's mostly the same, yeah. The super attack effects. Then she'll get 2 key and 250% defense. Yeah, it's just free 33 stones. 250% attack, 100% defense when performing a super attack again. It gets an additional 150% and high chance of evasion with 2 key spheres or more. Then they get an additional 50% defense with 4 or more key spheres. Launch an additional super attack again with 6 or more key spheres. Same super attack effect, I believe. Yeah, it's almost all the same. It's just defense lowering, but that doesn't really matter in this day and age. 3 key, 260% defense. That's also the other thing is that like they're giving key here, but honestly, I would rather them take that key out and then just give orb changing instead, right? Because Kefla needs so many key spheres, 2, 4, 6, you know, and she needs key spheres to like be able to survive a lot of this, but she just doesn't have any orb changing, right? 260% additional attack and 120% defense when performing a super attack. If you summon on Goku Black, you're based, but Bisan is more based. Yeah, for sure. I do think that, like I was saying, it's a very good banner, especially if you're starting out, but I would not recommend going like too deep into the banner. If there's discounts, do them. If there's not, I would just be a little bit hesitant with your stones with the anniversary coming up. Plus an additional 160% attack and 60% defense with 2 or more key spheres. She does have the high chance of evasion just automatically. She won't need key spheres anymore for that. She launches an additional attack with 4 or more key spheres. And then, well, yeah, of course, future, you're going to go all in because you're the future guy. And then she gets an additional 20% crit chance and 20% evasion if you get 6 or more key spheres. So she could technically have a 70% chance to dodge, right? Once you are fully transformed. But again, it's just the problem. There's no orb changers, or she's not herself an orb changer. So Kefla could easily just get wrecked when it comes to that, right? You have no key spheres, and Kefla looks like 10 times worse. You have all the key spheres, Kefla looks like 10 times better, right? I really wish that they just gave her something to do. I really wish they just gave her like an orb change. But I think that was it, yeah. Oh yeah, the power level bonus is coming in too. So on JP, they had it where the higher your power level, the higher your chance of doing some limited time event or limited attempt events. There's more Dokkan Awakening medals, I believe. There's more rewards that you can get. There's like a Zenny multiplier that you get. There's a lot of stuff that is gonna come from this power level bonus. So for people like me who have been grinding power level bonus and just doing link level 10 on units that don't really matter, this is going to help a lot because it means that you're going to have to grind even less, thankfully. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, at least they gave tickets for it too. Yeah, 10 free tickets is a free multi on the new banner. That's amazing. And then I think that was about it. Yeah, they're preparing a power level bonus release as well. That's going to be pretty insane. So that way we could not only have our be easier to power or raise our power level, but then also have it where, you know, we are able to get extra rewards because of it. Why super bosses and Crota Bind and Mani? Though good thing I got future gone. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Rose kind of needs super bosses, especially pre-transformation, so that's definitely why they did that. I think having super bosses early isn't like that bad of a thing, but it becomes an issue now where it's just like we have to wait for both versions have to wait to see super bosses at their full power now, because JP has to wait for Rose and we have to wait for Broly, so we're in a waiting contest with them. And JP's unfortunately gonna win because they're gonna, I think, oh actually no, JP should get this celebration during our anniversary. I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be around the same time that we're going to get both of the units to see super bosses at its full power. But yeah, all in all though, I am super hyped. This is easily one of the best global firsts. Yeah, it is a chance for maybe sooner. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you as always, Average and Wolf, for being members. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.